Welcome to a Healing Peace podcast. My name is Kimir Baker. I am an overcomer, writer, speaker, and God enthusiast. I am fueled by helping women achieve their emotional healing so that they can live the abundant life God has for them. In this podcast series, we provide faith-based inspiration to mend from emotional hurt, along with tools and tips for emotional wellness. In your journey, as you apply these tools and tips, you will begin to live the transformed life that you always desired. In fact, you will possess a new you. Welcome back. If you were with us last week, you heard an interview that I had with Keisha Simone. Well, correction, an interview she had with me. Yes, I shared a little bit more about my journey and the things that I've learned along the way. As we continue the interview, we pick up where she comments on, I made it sound too simple. So we're going to dig a little bit deeper. I hope you enjoyed the last part of the interview and that it will continue to strengthen and refresh your spirit as you continue on your healing journey.
We have listeners that are way in the deep ocean. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we make it seem like, oh, we just got over it overnight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I want them to know that, like, even the process of me in the entertainment business, I let them know, hey, I've lived in my car. Right. I've lived out my trunk. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the in-between is what I'm asking as far as what is that in-between.
Yeah, and I appreciate that question because what you bring to the table is you have to do the work.
Gotcha.
At the end of the day, healing is not I wake up tomorrow because I want to be different and it's done.
Right.
It just doesn't work that way. I wish it did.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot easier.
I know, right?
And I wish I can say, I prayed for a whole week. And this week I prayed so hard and the Lord heard me and I'm healed.
Amen.
It doesn't work that way. It requires investment. It requires, I had a bad day, but you know what? Tomorrow I'm getting up. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to talk to different people. I'm going to find new relationships. I'm going to find this support group. I'm going to find this organization. I'm going to find this person who believes in me. I'm going to keep going because God still has a plan for my life and I want that plan.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know because the simplicity of it is the fact that it happens and we got to deal with it. But there's that deepness that we're trying to figure out. How do we get there? Because a lot of the questions that are coming to me are like, well, I went through this and this person and I went through this and that person and this person did and I didn't. And you know what I mean? And then when you want to talk about it, well, I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
Okay, there's a big elephant on that wall and you see it, but nobody wants to acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge that elephant in order to get to the zoo, you know? So that's what I'm like, how do you deal with
that? So I'm going to highlight my timeline, right?
Gotcha.
I said from 7 to 9. 7 is when the abuse started. I was fortunate enough it didn't last for decades.
Gotcha.
2 years, boom,
that's
right?
A lesson.
7, 9, finish, right? I had my breakdown in my 20s.
Yeah, that was a big gap.
Okay. 7, 20s. I had my first major therapy. Let's work through all this stuff because you're doing some crazy stuff in your life in my 30s.
So you did go to that stage of this ain't what I'm supposed to do, but I'm just doing it just to be doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I want to know. Yeah. So you didn't do anything. It just, prayed and you got better? Or did you go
I did the work.
Right, but even in the midst of them doing the work, you just answered my next question. Yeah. You did have those episodes. Because like for me, I just workaholic and I just ignored everything and I just, I dated people, but I didn't sleep around because that wasn't my thing.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I'll talk to everybody.
Right.
You want to talk? You want to go eat? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just that attention.
Right.
I wanted that attention.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's why I'm like trying to figure out, is there something that you did to cope with it until that breakdown at 20? Was there something that in between is what I'm asking, that you either ignored it or you either covered it up? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm asking.
And of course, from that 7 to 20, I lived a double life, if you want to call it as such. Whereas because I'm an achiever, I spent my time being an achiever.
Okay.
And so outwardly, I looked great.
Gotcha.
Right? But inwardly, because again, I refer to sometimes trauma lives with you.
Yeah.
And so my body was like, hey, outwardly, you look great. But your mind is a hot mess.
Yeah, I have them moments now.
Right. And so my body was like, hey, no, you need to do something different.
Right.
And so that was my wake up call.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And then even in that period of 20s, because the understanding at that time, and sometimes we still have that stigmatism, is I ain't going to no therapist. And I'm seeing,
that's a lot of us. Yes, exactly.
And I've seen so and they more crazy. I got this. Like, at least I can have a conversation with you.
Right. It seems like you get crazy.
At least I got a job.
Right.
At least I ain't
can maintain.
Right.
I want to shoot up everybody.
And so it took me a period from my 20s to my 30s to say, you need to get professional counseling. And it is okay.
Wow.
Right? Because I just went on medication.
Right.
Yeah. Because that was still a level of coping and trying to understand what's going on and try to do it in a way that's polite.
Right.
So there's no stigmatism. But again, going back to your initial question of all those individuals who decide to put their comfort in all those other things.
Right.
That period, I'm still suffering.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I'm still hurting. I've only masked the pain. Okay. I've only numbed it. Yeah. I'm still not living a full life.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
So yes, you're right. Time is in there, and what's important is the determination that I'm not gonna follow these taboos or these ethos of our culture, of our society, who tell me it's wrong to go get help.
Ooh, she hit it right there.
And I will tell you this.
She hit it right there.
Millennials figured it out.
Yeah.
They go get help more than we do.
They really do. They really do.
Yeah.
They really do. I have to give it to them. But they got a lot more issues than we do, too.
Right, because they didn't learn resilience.
Right. And they don't have any filters.
Right. We learned a little bit more resilience and,
more structure.
Yeah. But at least in their mind, they understand, okay, I'm going to go
to the reason.
Yeah. I'm going to find me a little Facebook group. I'm going to have my little, I'm going to...
their access is much easier.
Yes.
Too, I must say.
And within that, that's who our group or individuals we're trying to reach are individuals who have that stigmatism that it's not okay.
Oh, I love it. We're going to take a pause, you guys, and give her a moment to relax, take a drink of water. We are going to get a break and listen to some Mr. Bruno Mars, one of my favorite artists. Y'all come back. This is your girl, Keisha Simone on DFWIRadio.com. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. This interview is good. Hey, yes, that's one of my favorite songs. I haven't heard it in quite some time. Mr. Bruno Mars. I love it, love it, love it. So we're going to welcome back to the show, Miss Camille Baker. Yes. And this phone is not turning around. Y'all still looking at me. Y'all should be looking at her. There we go. There we go. There she is. Welcome back, you guys. Now, Miss Baker, we have had an amazing interview with hearing about your story, the path that you took, the path that helped you get where you are. What brought you to the organization?
Well, when I was going through my journey, it took time, as we talked about. It's taken a lot of time. So I was like, how about I can provide some help so it don't have to take y'all 30 years to figure it out?
I love it. Right? I love it.
And I'm an engineer too. I work in IT, so I tend to get a little impatient. And I'm always trying to figure out how to automate things. So our program, our nonprofit, I'm automating things for you guys. Okay. Like there's things that I know what was helpful in my journey.
Right.
And I try to give it to you guys now instead of you trying to take it 10 years to figure it out. And so
that's a blessing.
Yes. And so we start even small, and what we're focusing on right now, again, it's our podcast series where we're talking about just who we are as emotional beings.
Right.
And we start out small with who is God in my life?
Right.
Has he been there this whole time?
That's real.
Right.
That's real.
And we start out small with knowing if we're worthy.
Right.
And trying to work through those things that we've gone to for comfort instead of long-term transformation.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And so that's what we're doing right now. That's what brought me here. And it's kind of interesting because as I've gone through my journey and when I start talking to people, I'm like, oh, it's not just me.
Right. And so a lot of people.
Right.
It's a lot.
And one of the things that you said earlier was that you were fortunate enough to have a mom to support you. You were fortunate enough to have these relationships. And so I'm trying to give back what was been poured into me.
That's a blessing.
And in that, I just talk.
Right.
And I try to inspire and I try to infuse teachings that you probably didn't hear before.
Right.
Because of that shame and that guilt.
Yeah.
Or that
embarrassment.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of things I didn't want to say because I'm like, I'm Keisha Simone. I'm
right.
supposed to be going through that.
Exactly.
But
exactly. And I ain't telling you nothing.
Right.
And I grew up in a household where you don't tell nobody what goes on in this house.
Oh, no. I tell that to LJ now.
That's our business. Don't be putting that out there.
That's
for the
right.
world. And so I'm learning too, what I can put out and what I can't.
Right.
But overall, it's about healing.
That's true.
And God is saying, especially for his daughters, he's saying, I am always with you. And even though society has made it seem like you don't count, you count to me.
Yes.
And I want to give that voice to him as he's done that for me.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So how can they follow you or be a part of the organization or, how... Tell them all that
if you want to see my beautiful face, you can go to ahealingpeace.com. As soon as you go to the website, there I am.
All right.
I'm posting for y'all. And on there, you can learn more about what we're doing, the podcast. We have some tools and tips on there. The people that we interview, I've always asked them to give us something so that we can go back and chew on, meditate on, and start putting in our everyday lives. One of the things that I do in my podcast series, I'm not just a talker.
Gotcha.
I give you guys assignments.
Oh, I love it.
You got homework.
Okay.
You got to put in the work. Because again, we don't want this to be 30, 40, 50 years.
And you get just now waking up.
Exactly. But we try to give you digestible, small things that you can do.
Right.
That makes a huge impact.
And you never realize it till you do
it. And it's just like even drinking water. You're supposed to be drinking water. Mm-hmm. You need it.
Cleanse your system, get your kidneys,
exactly.
clear your skin.
But we don't do it. And it's small.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's just
water. And it makes such a difference.
Yes. And so the things that we have on there, it's small. You be like, that's it. But I'm telling you, if you do it consistently, you will see things change in your life.
Right.
And that's what we're trying to present. I don't want to just be a good story for you guys.
Yeah.
I want you to have something that you've been seeking and just didn't know it.
Right.
And make it something that you can do. So that's who we are. And I know that you put up one of the Instagram pictures.
Yes.
There's a card on there, you guys, that had like a little sample of our Moving Beyond Emotional Hurt.
Oh, yes. I posted that again yesterday.
Yes. Please, y'all go look at that. It's free.
Y'all got y'all homework.
Yes.
Y'all got y'all homework.
And again, when you look at it, you was like, that's it. I'm telling you, yes, that's it. But it does a lot. So go check it out and get started. Start listening. Start saying, okay, this is what I'm going to start applying. This is what I'm going to start doing. And take note. See where you are in 6 months. See where you are in a year. And you'll be happier. Trust me.
That's true. And I love that, taking notes, because I've heard that so many times, and it has to be confirmation because I'm a writer. And I was showing Miss Jones, my boss man, T. Jones' wife, the letters that I write to God. I've been writing to God for years. And it's crazy in those stories. I never go back and read them. And I was telling her, I was like, that's my release. She said, but that's your comfort. And it's like you said something earlier that what she said. And I'm like, okay, I know she don't know Miss Jones. So now we confirming again, because T. Jones said it to me one time. She said it to me. You just said it. So it's like those things are back-to-back confirmation for me.
Yeah.
And you said it powerfully, and I'm like, okay, she really knows. Not saying you didn't know what you were talking about, but I'm like, she knows what she's talking about. Yeah. And I thank you so much. Now, tell them where they can follow you, and then I want you to tell them what caller to call in, because we're going to open the lines in about 2 minutes. And this hour went by fast, didn't it? It always And what we gonna tell them to say? What you gonna tell them?
I'm gonna go by what we're trying to do.
Okay.
Heal.
So they gotta say the word heal.
Yeah.
And what caller?
Number 9.
Ooh, y'all hear that? Y'all be the 9th caller, and the word is heal. But tell us where they can follow you again. And
yes, I'm on Facebook, A Healing Peace. I'm on Instagram, A Healing Peace. And again, the website, A Healing Peace. And podcast. I'm in every app. I'm in Mixcloud. I'm in SoundCloud. I'm in iTunes. I'm in TuneIn Radio. I'm in Stitcher. I'm in Castbox. I'm in Google Play. I'm in iHeart. I'm in Pandora.
Hey.
So you have no excuse. A Healing Peace. Look for a Healing Peace podcast. And just go listen to us. And I recommend starting with the Shaping Our Identity podcast because we're building. Again, it's about foundational truths so that you know how to tackle your everyday life.
Oh, I love it.
That's what we're trying to do.
I love it. And you said a healing truth.
A healing peace.
Oh, a healing peace.
A healing peace.
A healing peace. Tell me about that.
Well, I wanted to be a healing full piece, but somebody had stole it already. There's no, you always think you're the only one with the greatest idea.
Right. I went through that a couple of times.
Somebody had another idea.
Switch the name, Bill. So, yeah.
But the whole premise is that as we're on our healing journeys, of course, the outcome is that we want to have peace.
That's true.
And so my thing is embrace healing to receive peace.
Yes.
And to not be afraid of it. And not to have a hokey doke version of healing. Right.
Because
there's a hokey doke version of healing.
That's true. That
is
so true.
You know, you can go and look pretty for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And, you know, and yeah. I've done that, seen all that. And what we're talking about is healing for long-term peace.
I love it. But yes, so Miss Camille, we thank you so much for this interview. It has been amazing. Yes, y'all give it up. And when you get a chance, go back on my Facebook page because you have quite a few comments and just speak to the people whenever you get a chance. Sure. I know that's not your thing. And let them know, you know, if you want to type it in, and I'll be repeating it as well because some people not able to log on at this time. Maybe some people work on Saturdays or whatever, and I'll redo it on my live station. On my live video on my Facebook page. So we'll definitely be repeating it. And then if you have any events, you have anything going on, you have any, you know, just anything you want, let me know.
Yeah, because I would love to come back again.
Yes. And you let me know because January is open. The last
Because I figured we could talk about, because, you know, usually the new year, we're trying to do some renewal stuff. Yes. I would love to come back and give you guys some little tips, not to kill yourself. It's like, I won't do everything, but what can I do digestible so that I don't stop?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would love to come back and share that.
Of course. Well, you know, you are more than welcome. You just pick a Saturday. You let me know. We book it. Get your grip. You know how we do.
Yep.
And we will make it happen. And then we'll have your shirt ready too. Because hopefully we need to get that. We'll be getting that in a minute.
You talked about a shirt. I do have a shirt for you.
I get a gift today. Thank you. The one that loves to give, and it matched my lips. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Let me open my gift. Oh, this blue is pretty. Oh, and the shirt is blue. You just knew my color was blue. I love blue. Let me see what I got. Oh, this is long sleeve. Yes.
So this shirt. It is. What you see is our line Back to Jesus. I see a little something in there. Okay. And basically, it's a line of something that's tangible for you as you're doing your work, as a reminder of, this is what I'm doing. I'm being centered in Christ. This is the Trinity. Wow. This is his peace. This is his common water. This is his strength. This is what you're representing.
This is amazing, you guys. And y'all know I love my G.O.D. I am his child. I may not be perfect. That's why I tell people follow him, not follow me. But thank you so much. Because I'm a PK. And God, my grandmother taught me well. My mama taught me well. Shouts out to Joyce Simmons, Wanda. Thank you so much, Mama. Daddy, rest in peace. And Kenneth Earl, what's up? I'm grateful.
Yeah, so you're claiming his peace. That's what we're talking about.
Because peace is priceless. So yes, this is amazing. I love this shirt. This is so beautiful. Y'all know I love blue. Blue and cream are my favorite colors. And I got on the cream shirt and I got my blue one. Hey! Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So is there anybody that you want to shout out to? Anybody that's listening today?
Well, come check me out.
Hey!
Come grow with me.
I know that's right. So it's not any family members or any friends that you want to speak to?
I already talked about my lovely mother.
Yes. Yeah,
she's a sweetheart. I love her to death.
What's her name?
Well,
Jackie. Okay.
What? Jackie? She was like, that ain't call me mama.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Well, hey, mama. And before we end today, we're going to let my guest say a special something to you guys, because when you're healing, sometimes it's the small things that you keep hold to versus the elongated words, the elongated prayers, the elongated paragraphs that you read. And you know what I'm saying more than anything, because as going through it, my domestic violence was verbal. You know, I've always been knocked by family or knocked by, people that just didn't think I was good enough. Or how you doing this and how you doing this. And I always had my make-believe. That's why I was so good in acting. I went and my dolls were my fans, and we performed every Saturday. You know, my grandmother was my protector. You're going to leave my baby alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we're getting ready to get off the air for the first show, you guys, and we will have a second show so you guys don't go too far. But we're going to let her close in with some powerful words that she can think of, because she's such a powerful speaker, you guys. And even when I met her, I gravitated to her. And so, Miss Kimere Baker, I know we've been joking and I know we've been playing, but this last couple of minutes, we have about 2 left. We want you to just say something to the people that they can gravitate to.
Sure.
If you want to pray, you can pray, because sometimes simplicity is something that everybody's not a PK. Everybody don't go to church.
Sure.
Everybody, you know what I'm saying? But we just need something that's powerful that they can hold on to.
Sure. Well, the first thing I want everyone to know is that what you are enduring, the experience that you've had, the trauma that you've been through, it's not okay.
Right.
And sometimes, we make it okay, and then we try to live on a lie.
Gotcha.
And you don't have to live that lie.
Gotcha.
It's an opportunity for you to take a hold and say, you know what, I'm not going to allow it to have power, but I'm going to do something to get my life back.
Got it.
Thank you.
So get your life back, you guys. This is Keisha Simone Southern Belle on DFWIRadio.com. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We are going off silently because I think that was priceless, and that's the way to do it. You guys stay tuned. Our next show is coming up shortly. Love you guys.
Thank you for listening to the interview that Keisha Simone of DFW Radio had with me. Next week, we'll highlight some tools and tips of the things that were shared during the interview. Join us next week.